Damn. That would be a good thumbnail if it wasn't a huge spoiler. We're kind of hitting that part where thumbnails for the videos are hard to find without just massively spoiling things. He didn't know how much time had passed. He didn't know how long he stood there in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side, noticed his face was ashen. If not for the hand she'd put up against the wall, Junpei didn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. Junpei said nothing. He simply began to walk toward the open door in the hallway they'd come down earlier.
Boy! Mate, Junpei!
純平君どこに行くの
He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped.
待っててくれ。紫とサンタを連れてくる。
Oh god, yeah, they're still over there.
連れてくるって。
どうやって
いいからお前らは黙ってそこで待ってればいいんだよ。わかったな。
He began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. Turned around again. He knew where he was going.
ここの戸を叩き、脇道の奥に見えたエレベーター。あれを動かすことさえできれば、もしかしたら。
Are we going to the library? Do we have the card? Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it.
動いてくれよ。
He pushed it and the door opened.
よし。
I'm trying to think. Junpei was in the large hospital room. Are you going back to get Clover's bracelet? Do we need that to get through the door? Santa is 3. June is 6, so that would make us 9. And then I'm 5 and Clover's 4, so it'd be 9 and 9, 18. So I think that's what Junpei's going back for. I think he's going to go grab Clover's bracelet right now. Which makes sense. I'm still like interested in the whole thing with the mummy and all of that, and I want to find out more about that, but it would be weird for Junpei to be investigating that now, especially since we didn't even really delve into that on this path. So yeah, going for Clover's bracelet makes sense.
Murasaki! Santa!
He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. But try as he might, he couldn't find them.
くそ。どこ行っちまったんだ、あいつら。
Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake the feeling, but there was a part of him that felt it would be wrong to, even if he could. With every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. Santa, where did you take June? Because it doesn't really work unless he has the 0 bracelet or he has the 9th bracelet, so sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside, expecting to find nothing, but there on the red carpet in the center of the room, June. No, codenames didn't matter any longer. She was Connie. Junpei cried her name and ran. Like lightning, he ran across the room towards her.
Akane!
Damn, did Santa just kill her too? He stumbled to a stop. Or she just passed out. As he looked down at her body lying so still on the floor, he felt the icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still. So very still. Oh god, not even breathing then?
まさか。そんなわけないよな。
I mean, you're on the red carpet, so I can't see if there's blood coming out of you. Slowly, Junpei bent down towards her. His hand shook, and he felt very cold and very hot at the same time. He forced himself to look. Her back. Her back was moving slowly. It rose and fell. Okay, good. So yeah. Relief washed over him. Junpei reached down and gently, very gently lifted her up.
茜、しっかりしろ。
純平。
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Trembling, Junpei wrapped his arm around her back. She was cold. Very cold. Junpei tried to convince himself that it was only his imagination, but she felt as though she were fading away. He could feel his heart pounding frantically in his chest.
茜、
What happened to, what the hell happened to Santa?
何があったって言うんだ。どうしてお前、こんなことに。
純平君。ごめんなさい。
Her voice was very faint.
ダメかも。
何言ってるんだ。絶対に死なせるもんか。必ず助けてやる。
What is happening? Is this the like your high fever?
ありがとう。純平君。今まで本当にありがとう。私幸せでした。
Wow, bad. I mean, it's a terrible day for everybody, but well, this is like a bad hour for Junpei. Really terrible hour.
もう一度純平君に本当に嬉しかった。
バカ野郎。一度どころか二度でも三度でも何回だって会ってやるよ。だから頼む、しっかりしてくれ。あかね。
純平君知ってました。私純平君のこと
Okay, so this is pretty similar to what we heard before.
小学校の頃からずっと
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame. He looked down at Akane. Oh. Huh? So is it going to be that Santa was Zero? I don't know. There was a crack of static from above his head and a voice spoke.
どこに隠れてやがる。
Junpei frantically scanned the ceiling for the source of the voice. Oh, okay, so wait, I was right. It is Jude?
わけわかんねえこと言ってんじゃねえよ。
Right here, I've always been close to you. That would make sense for June, but yeah, I still don't know where the hell Santa is.
いや、まだ終わらせない。俺は茜を連れてここから脱出するんだ。どうして？
He's just straight up telling me, yeah, you chose the wrong path, Fred. You got the bad end.
道？
Yeah, see, this is the weird part, because it made sense when Zero was just doing this to get back at Cradle, basically, and it was an elaborate thing to make them go through the games, but, like, why are we being tortured by this? Yeah, I get it, Junpei. You've had a rough day, and now this person's just talking in riddles.
だから俺はまだ負けてなんか。 なんだと。
Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before he heard the door slam shut behind him. He spun around. There was no one there. Was it Zero?
あかね、待っててくれ。すぐ戻る。
Wow, stuff's happening. She managed a single nod. Junpei laid her back down gently and leapt for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. The hall was empty. There was nothing moving anywhere.
どこに来やがったんだ。こうなったらひとまずあかねよ。
He didn't want to leave Connie alone any longer than he had to, so Junpei turned around and headed back to the chapel. Wow, okay, can this person teleport?
あかね。
She wasn't there. She wasn't anywhere. She'd been lying there on the floor just moments before, and now she was gone.
そんな、なぜだ、どうして、一体どこに。あかね、あかね、あかね、あかね。
His cries split the heavens themselves. He screamed until his voice gave out, then he screamed some more. There was nothing. No answer. His voice faded away and all that remained was cold, unfeeling silence. That was when he noticed it. Strange smell, one he'd smelled before. The gas, yeah. This is... Yep.
白い煙の。
9 seconds later, Junpei's mind winked out. Always 9. So is that an ending? Okay, that is an ending. That's a... Why did Zero say they lost? And then said Junpei didn't lose. Basically, it was like, oh no, you didn't lose. Which I thought meant like, oh, Junpei won, and it's gonna be like, congratulations, you were the last surviving member of the death game, so you win. But that's not even the goal of the game, it's to get out the 9th door. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I expected that to lead to a bad end. But I'm curious... I'm still curious about the other coffin ending, because that still seems like the best one. Also really curious about what in the world Snake was wearing. Like, what was that weird cult outfit? Very confused by that. I can't skip... Oh wait, I can skip the credits, actually. The end, or is it? No, it's not. We have more endings. Hello? Seek a way out. Would you like to save? Okay, yeah. I would, love to save. Okay, that's the safe ending. Ah. Okay. Oh, and now it seems I have the key that I need to get over there. So is it just straight up go over there and then different stuff happens now? Is that what's happening? Because this just shows that it's open now. So if I just go here, will things unfold differently? I guess? Because yeah, the key we needed for this was here. But how is this even working unless we're doing like a morphogenetic timeline weirdness that I talked about? I mean, we can try. So... yeah, I mean, let's skip. It should stop if something new starts happening. Yeah. Here we go. We're hearing it from here. How do we open it? Just try.
やっぱこいつか。
みたいだな。
暗証番号を入力しないと開かない。
だと思う。中に誰がいるのかわからないが、とにかく早く出してやらないと。
って言っても、どうすりゃいいんだが。
暗証番号がわからない限りどうしようもない。
I mean, we know the passcode, but it's a different timeline, so there's got to be a way for me to get that.
どこかにヒントがあるんじゃないの？
ああ、探してみ。
No, there's no hint, I don't think. Not here.
そう簡単。
Yeah. I think it's just unfolding the exact same way currently.
何番なんだ。どうすればいい。どうすればわかる。この番号を知るためには。
Is that just truth had gone, and truth had gone. Okay. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Something to change. How? Like, this is now getting to the point where it's like this is timeline weirdness that we're dealing with, not like morphogenetic things. But I guess if we think about like the idea that they said, that's like, oh, you know, the thing with the rats, where it's like eventually, after sending so many generations of rats through, they just knew. So it's like, instead of doing it like an ancestors thing, we're doing it like we just experience multiple timelines. It's like a multiverse theory where like the other universe like did that, and now that that universe version of Junpei did that, we retroactively get this information now in this timeline. I don't know if retroactively is the right word, but I'm guessing that's what they're going for. The same thing with like the Ice 9 stuff and all that. Now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hands.
なんだ今の声は。
I think that's what it's going for. I think it's going for the morphogenetic frequencies thing, and like the Ice 9 thing, and all of that. The mice. It's like, yeah, we experienced it in a different timeline, so we're going to get that knowledge in this timeline. Specifically because we are put into a, you know, death scenario, so our brain is allowing the telepathy to happen and all of those things.
なんだ。
どうしたの？
なんでもない。
No, it's not nothing. You press the buttons. Okay, so it's left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah, this one. That's wrong. You should know that already. You should know everything. If you don't, then why did you bother to look at the bracelet? You already know that the darkness of the sinister hand is telling you to look at the bracelet on your left hand. That's why you looked at your bracelet, right? Oh, wait, did I pick... Wait, oh, god, wait, no. I picked left, right, left, right, left, right. It's right, left, right, left, right, left. I knew it was alternating, like I remembered that part, but I chose the wrong one, whoops. Yeah, because it's, yeah, right, and the words that they just said, I just got the reminder of, but yeah. Has gone, the same thing as gone as left, and then, yeah, so right first. Yeah. There you go. Sorry, voice in my head. I know, I'm stupid. Still don't know how Clover learned this stuff, aside from the fact...
1438321
aside from the fact that maybe she had a similar thing happen to her, where another multiverse version of her did this and discovered the information, or it's because she's been part of the games before... with Snake.
はあ？なんだよ今の数字は。
もしかしてそれって。
1438341 1438341
Okay. This is probably going to be 2 episodes at this point. At least we get to see the happy reunion.
なんで？
どうしてお前がそんなところに。
Yeah.
ああ、その声は四つ葉か。心配かけてすまなかったね。
No, that's fine. Why do you look like a Pokemon cult? Like, if Team Magma had a cult. Why do you look dressed like that?
イルス。
お前、どうして。
順平くんに、それからセブンもいるのか。他のみんなはどうしたんだい？
ったく。
And now we can get through the door.
おいおい、そんなに強く抱きしめないでくれよ。まだ体があまり言うことを聞いてくれないんだから。
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
Back, you're really here. I swear you just said Oni-chan like 4 times. You didn't say that, but I'm probably wrong. But yeah, you said Oni-chan a lot.
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
やれやれ、参ったな。一体どうしたって言うんだい？まるで僕が死んでしまったみたいな泣き方じゃないか。
Yeah, about that.
まるでじゃないよ。本当に死んじゃったって思ったんだから。
And now she's not going to murder us with an axe on any route.
え？
バカ、バカバカバカ。お兄ちゃんのバカ。
なるほどね。話は分かったよ。
Should I end there? That's an awfully good spot to end. And then I would have 2 videos. Yeah, we're gonna end right there. This was a long session. But we got a lot done. So let's save here. And we'll pick this up next time, and that could be the last session depending on how much is left. I don't know how much is left. Like, the map has its stuff, but I'm like, what if there's extra stuff that gets added, you know? If it's just like a very short video next time, I'll feel stupid, but I want to get this video up before it's up too late, like, so it doesn't get up too late today. But I'll probably cut the video, like, when Ace burns alive, so. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.